All right, on this episode of Bouts Talking Bouts, happy to be speaking to an individual who has a spot on Contender Series. It goes on August the 27th. It's a middleweight tilt. Duško Todorović is going to be fighting Teddy Ash, and I've got Teddy on the show right now. How's your day going so far there, man?
So far, so good, man. Just hanging out with the dogs now, getting ready for session number 1 coming up here in about 45 minutes.
Yeah, for sure. So probably getting in a fair bit of work with the Shaved Bears there. I imagine it's the usual suspects, probably like Tanner's in there, KB, Christian, Graham, all those guys.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we got a solid crew. All the guys got fights coming up, so it's the gym's hype.
Yeah, and it seems like you guys are firing on all cylinders. Like, this just really seems like a great time for the gym. And like you vacated both of your belts with Unified, and a couple of the Shaved Bears are going to be vying for those championships. So can you speak to just what's going on collectively with the Shaved Bears? Because it seems like you guys are really just taking over.
Yeah, well, obviously Bozer got his UFC contract, and unfortunately didn't get his debut here in Edmonton, but he'll debut on October 17th. We've got my belt is up for grabs with KB fighting Matt Dwyer, Graham Parks fighting for the 205 strap, and big Christian Larson's fighting for Tanner's heavyweight title. Yeah, man, and we've got a couple other guys on the card. So the gym is always hyped. Guys are always training and for upcoming fights. But yeah, we've been winning lots, and it's paying off, man. A lot of hard work put in, and guys are getting big fights.
Yeah, and how much did that last Unified card mean to everybody? Because you guys had that clean sweep, and just imagine there was that energy ramping up. Did you kind of feel that heading into, your own bout there, just realizing that all the Shaved Bears were kind of like clean sweeping everything? Like, do you get some measure of like your performance being galvanized, I guess, because like some of the guys you work with are doing so well out there?
Yeah, man. We kind of gelled together. We trained so hard together, so we kind of carry that energy together. We're all fighting, we're all warming up in the back together and stuff. It's awesome. We have the team back there in the room, and yeah, man, it's a pretty surreal thing to fight with your team like that. Yeah, it was a great night for us.
Yeah, and I love the stuff Shaved Bears does to, help out sick kids and stuff like that. Like, I saw what was going on with Benny and everything like that, but it seems like there's a couple other initiatives you're helping out with as well, like with Talitha as well. Can you maybe shed some light on some of those efforts in case maybe listeners want to donate?
Yeah, definitely. Well, Benny is a part of the Little Sweatshop family, right? The Shaved Bears and Little Sweatshop is a conjoined gym. Jeff Montemuro, his wife, Shelly, she is pretty much she runs the Little Sweatshop, and we have the Little Sweatshop Jiu-Jitsu and lots of CrossFit. They have, school programs and programs for seniors and all kinds of different summer camps and stuff going on there. Benny's family is a part of the Little Sweatshop family, Shaved Bear family, and they had some troubles come about when he got a Wilms tumor, and everyone from the gym has pitched in and helped raise some funds to help them out in the tough time. So that's been pretty awesome. And then Talitha, another buddy of mine, he's a sponsor of mine also, and him and his girlfriend. His girlfriend is the mother of Talitha, and I was introduced to Talitha, and I got to meet her through him, and just seeing a lot of struggle that they get put through over that. It's kind of hits a soft spot within, and I wanted to do what I can to help them too. So I just conjoined the fundraising and then helped raise funds for both of them.
Yeah, it's great stuff, man. It's good to see yourself and Tanner and some of the other guys at Shaved Bears just, helping out with people. It seems like there's a real, tight-knit kind of dynamic there, even with some of the Cubs at Shaved Bears,
Yeah, definitely, man. All Bears start as Cubs, so we're raising a family, man. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, absolutely, man. But, kind of, directing attention back to this fight here, I mean, interesting opponent in the sense that they're unbeaten, Serbian MMA fighter. Seems like he's gotten finishes in the majority of his fights. Have you gotten to check out any footage on your opponent? Are you more so focusing on your own efforts and what you bring to the cage?
Yeah, I watched a couple of his fights. I know what I'm up against. I did my research. And then I'll watch a few fights and then work on things that I know are going to work for me in this fight. Here, come on, guys, come here. Let's go. Sorry, one second. Come on, dude, come on, ask me. Come Come on, buddy, get in here. So I looked into it, did my research, found out what I needed to know, and then from there, just carry on with my training and work on the things I need to work on for this fight and our game plan.
And you were at a prior Contender Series show at the Apex at one point, correct? I thought I saw that pop up on your Instagram a few weeks ago.
Yeah, I was out there. I watched one live. I was in Vegas, doing stuff for the Contender Series upcoming show, just pre-fight promo and stuff like that. So they brought us out, and then we got to go watch one of the shows live. It was pretty awesome.
Do you think that lends itself to the performance in any kind of way, just in the sense that you've already been to the venue, you get like some level of a feel with it? Like, do you think like that, I guess, admittedly minimal level of familiarity, but do you think that lends itself to the performance you're going to have once your fight comes up for Contender Series?
Not really changed my performance, but it was cool to see the venue and go in and check it out and see what it's all about. It got me a little extra excited. I'm really excited to fight in there, man. It's a smaller venue, it's quiet, small crowd, and I really like that. It's I think it might be a little more intense in the fact that there's not like a big loud crowd going on. There's no music, there's no walkout music, so I really like the idea behind it. It's going to be fucking sweet.
Yeah, hopefully you don't have to deal with Aspen chewing your mouth guard before this fight, eh?
No, she will not be getting her teeth on this time.
No, that was a pretty funny thing with the last fight and everything like that. But no, I mean, you've been really putting in the work ahead of this fight, and I also saw you had the recent Facebook post that seemed like you were pretty reflective of just like the road ahead, getting ready for this fight. Are you kind of thinking of things in that kind of like big picture kind of context? Because it seems like you're at a pivotal point in your career right now. Like I was noticing around the Valimaki knockout, you felt like you were at this key point where it's like, okay, I could have some sort of fight career where it's not like fully explored, and then I could also have like the journeyman welding type of gig going on and everything like that. But you kind of pushed through that moment and everything like that. So what are your thoughts on just like the entire journey and kind of just where you're at now ahead of, essentially a UFC job interview?
Yeah, man. Well, regardless of a UFC contract or not, I'm going to continue fighting this is what I want to do, and I love doing it, and I'm doing it for other reasons. I would love to be in the UFC 100%, and hopefully that I get there, whether it be this fight or the next. I'm just going to keep fighting regardless, and the journey is fighting. Where I end up is the mystery, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And that's kind of the sense I get from it too. It's not that the UFC path is expressly what you want out of this. It's just the fact it resembles a big platform and an ability to test yourself against a high-level opponent.
Yeah, exactly, man. This fight, to me, the goal and the focus is win the fight. If the UFC contract comes with it, that's just a huge bonus. I'm not fighting to get a UFC contract. I'm fighting to win a fight. It's one fight, 15 minutes, me and another man in a cage, to find out who's the better man, who's the better martial artist that night. You know what I mean? Like, for me, it's a 15-minute fight. What happens after that is whatever happens after that, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And UFC a great platform, but you've probably seen some other promotions and stuff like that, just, cornering guys like Spencer Jeb and Tanner and stuff like that, just traveling Russia and all that. So, I mean, plenty of great opportunities out there regardless of what happens. But I get what you mean. It's more about the fight itself than any, outside kind of factors.
Yeah, exactly, man. So, yeah, man, it's at the end of the day, it's just a fight, right? And that's what I do, man. It's my life.
Yeah, you're getting a lot of support from the Fort Mac compatriots. I mean, it seems like you're a big favorite out there. I imagine a lot of hometown people are coming out of the woodwork to kind of like give their, not congratulations necessarily, but like support and everything like that, right? Probably rallying behind you.
Yeah, man. I'm pretty lucky to be coming from Fort Mac and have all that Fort Mac support. I know a lot. That was kind of like why I made that big post the other night. I was just super thankful for being. I'm lucky, man. There's a lot of fighters that are in my shoes that don't have that opportunity and have that support behind them. So, some of them, they got to have jobs and stuff like that in between, and they're trying to do what I'm trying to do. But I'm lucky to have such great people behind me and such a strong city that's helping me, right?
Yeah, for sure, man. And a little while ago, I saw an Instagram story where it seemed like you were teasing going to Area 51. You end up going there and collecting a couple aliens, or what happened with that?
Yeah, we might have snuck in there, me and Spence, but it's top secret information. We're not allowed to leak any of the info.
No, that's awesome, man. But you've been really great with your time. Is there anything you want to add as a parting thought as we're wrapping up here? Maybe a shout out to some of your great sponsors, because it seems like you have a lot of great sponsors backing you up too.
Yeah, definitely. If I could do that for sure. A huge thanks to all my sponsors. I got PPS, Paul Dental Services, Birch Mountain Enterprises, PBN, Bite Me Meals, supplying me with healthy meal prep and helping me get on weight. Flex Chiropractic, those guys have been awesome and keeping my body in check and taking care of me. I got my buddies in Fort Mac, Hilltop Smoke Shop. There's PK's Corner, Timberley Car Wash, Spirit Wine and Liquor, Thickwood Barbershop, always cutting my hair and keeping me fresh for the fights. Saskana Staffing, a buddy of mine owns that. He's even put me to work before when I was in need of a job. Yeah, so I got Fort McMurray Roofing, a buddy of mine that runs a roofing company up there. So a lot of my sponsors are friends of mine, from the hometown, which is fucking awesome. And it's good to have not just sponsors, but friends,
Yeah, and that's the sense I get out of the different sponsors you have. Like, there's a real camaraderie and, friendship with all of them, too, and everything like that. But I'm really excited for this fight, and I think a lot of other people are as well. Contender Series, August 27th, middleweight bout. Duško Todorović going to be taking on Teddy Ash in a featured bout on that card. And just really appreciate all the time and insights, Teddy. Best of luck with the rest of your preparations, and also just enjoy the rest of your day, too, man.
Cool, man. Thanks for the time, and yeah, you enjoy your day, too.